Hello, folks. So, in this video, I wanted to talk about HPV, and this is actually from a guide from this company called Proactive for Her, and they're a healthcare company for women and women's health. So, let's look at the guide. It's called HPV 101. So, let's look at it. So, this is the guide Proactive for Her, HPV 101, everything you need to know, right? So, here we see that it says, what is HPV? HPV stands for human papilloma virus. It's a very common virus, and there are more than 100 types of HPV that affect different parts of the body. Most people have been exposed to it already, and not all the strains are harmful. So it's a virus, and there are different strains, and there are 100 types of HPV that can affect different parts of the body. Most people have been exposed to it already, and not all the strains are harmful, but some strains can lead to cancer or genital warts. So, cancer would be crazy, and genital warts too. So, what is HPV vaccination? HPV vaccination provides safe, effective, and lasting protection against HPV infections. It is 95% effective in preventing cervical cancer. Getting 3 doses of HPV vaccination, using condoms, and getting tested regularly are the best ways to avoid problems that can come from HPV. Why is the HPV vaccine not 100% preventive? So because it says 95% only. In India, between 75 to 80% of cervical cancer cases are due to HPV 16 and HPV 18, I think. So these are some particular strains, I guess, against which all HPV vaccines provide protection. The vaccine protects against the strains of HPV most likely to cause cancer, but it does not protect against all HPV strains. Hence, you may have heard that it is not 100% effective. Also, given that there are a variety of strains of HPV that we are exposed to in our lifetime, getting vaccinated as early as possible and ideally before exposure is better. So, how do I know if I have an HPV infection, or if I have an HPV infection? So, most people with HPV do not develop symptoms, so they are asymptomatic. So, some people find out that they have HPV when they get warts. So, women may find out they have HPV when they do an HPV DNA test or get an abdominal pap test result. So I think this is the pap smear test, right? So yeah, there's a DNA test also apparently, HPV DNA test. And just a moment. Okay, so this is the second page. So how to treat HPV? So HPV has a range of symptoms. So and the best one and the best one can do is to talk to their gynecologist or oncologist. So oncologists are for cancer and stuff. So and get it resolved. So it has a wide range of symptoms. So you have to talk to your doctor and get it resolved, and also consider getting vaccinated despite getting infected. So do condoms protect against HPV infections? HPV can infect areas that are not covered by a condom. So yeah, you can it won't protect completely, I guess. So because HPV is not just restricted to genitals, you can also get exposed to it through other means of sexual activity or skin contact. So using condoms is one way of protecting yourself from HPV vaccination. I think it meant yourself from HPV, and HPV vaccination is another way to protect yourself. So, what is the age limit to getting an HPV vaccination? So, anyone between the age group of 9 to 45 years of age can get their vaccination. The preferred age is 9 to 14, when you just need 2 doses of the vaccine for full protection. If you haven't been vaccinated as a child, it's never too late. You can get the vaccine as an adult too. You can also get the vaccine if you're already sexually active. So, why is the HPV vaccine not given to women above 45? So, HPV vaccination of people above the age of for people above the age of 45 provides less benefit. So, for several reasons, including the that more people in this age range have already been exposed to HPV. Is HPV transmitted through the skin? Yes, HPV is easily spread from sexual skin to skin contact with someone who has it. Should my partner also get vaccinated? Yes, both you and your partner can benefit from getting the HPV vaccine. So, at what intervals should I complete 3 doses of my vaccination? In a 3 dose schedule of the HPV vaccine, so the minimum intervals are 4 weeks between the first and second dose, and 12 weeks between the second and third dose, and 5 months between the first and third dose. So there is no maximum interval, so don't worry if there is a longer gap between your doses. If you received 1 dose as a child, you can take the remaining 2 doses as an adult. How do I prepare myself? Before taking the HPV vaccine, book your vaccination well in advance or check with our care provider for a suitable slot for the vaccination. Talk to your gynecologist if you have any queries or if you need to resolve your concerns. On the day of getting your vaccination, avoid alcohol consumption, drink plenty of fluids, eat nutritious meals, and wear comfortable, loose clothing, shorter sleeves preferably. Have a 14-day gap between taking any other vaccine and getting your HPV vaccine. I'm sexually active. Will the vaccine work on me? Yes, absolutely. Even though it's recommended to get vaccinated before getting sexually active, you can always get a vaccination between the age of 9 to 45 to prevent any further risks of HPV infection. So, just a moment. So, who should avoid vaccination? Pregnant women, people who are moderately or severely ill, people having severe allergies, including an allergy to yeast or latex, people who had life threatening allergic reactions to any component of the vaccine or a previous dose of the vaccine. So, how are STIs related to HPVs? So, HPV is a type of virus that is highly contagious and can spread via sexual contact with your partners, right? So, sexually transmitted infection. So, yeah, it is a sexually transmitted infection. So, HPV is a type of virus. Is a type of virus that is highly contagious and can spread via sexual contact with your partners. I'm not sexually active. Should I get the vaccination? Yes, getting your vaccination before getting sexually active is the best time to get it since there is no sexual transmission of the virus in the body. And once you are vaccinated, your body is ready to fight against the infection in the future. Can I get cervical cancer despite getting the vaccination? HPV vaccination can be one of the most important tools to protect you against cervical cancer. Vaccination reduces your chance of developing cervical cancer. It is also important for you to consult a specialist if you have any history of cervical cancer or any cancer in the family to protect or um, prevent further problems. I guess so. I'm a mother of two. Will the vaccination work on me? Yes. Get your vaccination before you turn 45. The earlier you get vaccinated, the more effective it is. Also, do not forget to get the vaccination for your children when they turn 9 years of age. So yeah, get a reward for every dose of the HPV vaccine. So I think this is proactive for hers sales pitch. So dose 1, dose 2, dose 3, and maximum protection, maximum rewards. How it works: book 1 dose with us, choose any one reward. Book 2 doses with us. You can choose any 2 rewards. Book 3 doses with us, and you can choose all 3 rewards. So 25. So reward options: 25% on mental health consult, 25% on nutritionist consults, so 25% on lab tests. So I think Proactive for her does therapy, mental health consultation, and nutritionist consultation, and also lab tests. They are providing 25% off on these. So yep, and I think that's all there is to this guide. And yeah, this is Proactive for her, and they are on different platforms like Instagram and all. And this is their website, and they work out of Bangalore only as of now. So that is your guide for HPV 101, that is human papilloma virus 101, everything you need to know. So that's all I had for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.